So hey, you know, might as well come out, do a little bit of sideways action. It is a southwesterly. There's a gust right there, you can probably hear it. Look, these guys are being called out. So yeah, we're going to have some excitement. Got two 380s inbound, EK1, and it looks like EY63, the Etihad 380, the Super Jumbo, is going to be doing a loop in the Lambourne, by the looks of it. She's doing the Lambourne walk. Before the 380, we've got a United 787-9. So let's get on with it. And without further ado, so we might see that 380 pop through the clouds. And I'll tell you what we did see. What I did see when we were, before we went live, was some ribbons. More likely to come off of the 777s, it has to be said, but we should get some great shots. There's the 787, and as you can see, this is what is otherwise known as crabbing or drifting, and this is not a pilot-induced maneuver. It just happens naturally. Okay, 380 is not that far behind. Let's get this one anyway. And what you've got to appreciate as well, folks, is that the winds on the ground here are usually completely different to what they are up at these altitudes, even if it is different friction layers that these guys have to descend through. A dirty, great big truck, whatever. Here she is, here she is, here she comes. Oh no, that is the Dreamliner. My apologies, folks. The far one is the Dreamliner, number 2. You can see the old, look, this is my my windsock here. It is decent enough. Makeshift windsock. Someone sent me a windsock and I couldn't attach it because I actually need a physical pole, but the other thing, what? Okay. Well, we could go and get her. We could go and get her, couldn't we? What time? Oh, there's another 380 on the downwind leg. Oh no, he's gone out. Sorry. No, no. Yes, no, don't be doing that. What was his name? James 777 driver, thank you for your message. Hilarious that you were actually consciously thinking of me and my sim whilst landing your 777 this morning. Obviously didn't do 5 bounces down the runway. Oh my god, that was hilarious. I was just all sweaty and really angry by then, Jilly, man. I was just, you know, I was like, why? I try so hard. Culmination of things, though, wasn't it? Early gear extension for the 380. Emirates always on it. Now, you know, in a situation like this where you've got a southwesterly wind, you will see the flight controls, see the flaperons behind the engines adjusting, along with the outboard ailerons as well. Elevators coming into action there, nice smooth touchdown, man. Little bit of a straighten up, kick that rudder, and then you straighten up down to middle of tip runway. It's a little bit of rain. I can see a bit of precip approaching, which is not a problem because we're all ready for it. Oh, bless him. Who was that? Is that 777 blah blah? Oh, good on him, man. Good on him. Yeah, we'll get there, mate. We'll get there. It was a culmination, though, wasn't it? It was the ATC going off, and you know, constantly in my ear, Speedbird 25 Yankee, Schiphol approach, and I'm like, yes, hello, Speedbird 25 Yankee, Schiphol approach. It's like, yeah, I give up, mate. I give up. Blake Dabber Allgood, or Blake Dab Allgood, is a returning premium member. Welcome back, Blake. So, autopilot off. This is a manual flight in. Here we go. Now, watch out for the outboard split ailerons on the wing. Completely different than the Boeing. No flaperons on this thing. Yeah, man. Look at the outside of the wing there. See the 3 ailerons, bit like piano keys. Wallop! Nice! Yeah, that was pretty heavy, man. Okay. We'll just see what's that's insane, mate. That's insane. That's 1,000 people a minute. Yeah, not expecting anything out of the ordinary today, folks. Just we thought we'd come up here because there is a southwesterly. We're not getting hit that hard, but it is a good opportunity to see these pilots, and now there's a bit of rain thrown in, which again is not something. Let me just clear this. Yeah, I don't think they're playing what is it, hockey sticks or whatever it is on the piano keys. Hey, who saw the 6-engine jumbo yesterday, man? Look at the thumbnail for yesterday's show. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, obviously 3 on each side, yeah. Oh, I like the new Bosch emoji, man. That works. Right, let me get this blue towel ready. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay, I got you, yeah. Oh, spooky Cindy, saying that not flight sim on a Friday night is more entertaining than going down the boozer. Healthier as well, probably. Listen to that startup. Of course, the flight crew will, no doubt, be letting the passengers know, just out of respect, really, just to say it might be a bit of a bumpy descent, because from depending on where they're coming from, but from at the point of joining the ILS is when it starts to get really quite bumpy. Well, that's what I've noticed anyway when I've flown in. Birdman, that's good. Thank you, Birdman. Approach crabbing is done via flight augmentation computer. Your orders to your damper serve. No rudder pedal inputs until flare. There we go. Yes. Just like we were saying. It's not a pilot-induced movement. The aircraft naturally crabs, but with the help of flight augmentation. Wow. Okay, so I've got that now. So it is an operation. It's not natural, even though the aircraft does fly naturally into the oncoming wind. The flight augmentation computer will aid in that as well, which is fantastic. So thank you, Birdman4274. Come and become a member, mate, because I like to talk about things like that. You know, just $1.99 if you fancy a bit of it. Oh, this is red nose, isn't it? Got these up at ARD. Rachel Lofthouse got my 3-year sticker now. 17th Mustang. 5 years ago. She's free. Yeah. A little bit more speed to this one. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Looks a lot more. It looks a lot less severe outside, but on board there would be the you know, the lurching, as I call it. Emma Tozer. Screaming Emu, just point it into the wind and have it to, so you track sideways a bit. Okay, so you do actually point it into the wind, do you? What physically? I think the yaw damping augmentation thing refers to the A380's rudder movements. Oh, okay. Yes, the lower segment of the rudder. Okay, I've got you. Obviously, that all works in with the. I mean, when I've. I mean, I'm not in any way. All I'm talking about is in my sim. I just fly it. I let it fly with a crosswind, and it seems to do its own thing. But so Screaming Emu is actually. Who's a pilot? Okay, don't forget, Screaming Emu is a pilot, folks. And that's interesting that you fly it into the wind. Okay, point it into the wind, fly it. Yeah. I thought the systems automatically. Oh well, I'm completely wrong then, as always. Gina Grant, love the paddock, great shot sounds, plus the lovely pose, yeah. So look, now you can clearly see where this guy would normally be pointing the other way. There's about, well, I don't know how much, 5 degrees of crab on this thing. Yeah, we'll be having VARs if they're worthy. Aviation Addict Etihad A380 actually number 10 worldwide. Crazy, isn't it? These guys have got one of these parked up at Heathrow after it was damaged by, we think, was it a catering vehicle? Oh, hello! Ho ho ho! VAR GP. Now, I tell you what, that was quite interesting, wasn't it? Obviously, I'm now having to talk through that as an introduction to the actual play out of the VAR, but seemed to get it down. Quite a heavy flare, which may have been maybe a little bit of overspeed, not overspeed, but maybe a little bit too fast, but put the right hand down and then went for the left hand one. The right hand one came up and it kind of floated before they managed to get it down. Okay, 380 inbound, stand by on that VAR GP. Turn it off, Moggy. Don't have to have subtitles on. We might be overriding that previous VAR with this, Joe. You never know. Okay, look at the gear. So they are all watch the gear and the procedure of it. I think it's the inboard that touches ever so slightly first, and then the outboard. Wow, how crazy is that? And of course the outboard comes in because the inboard, the body gear, is sinking onto its oleos. So as soon as that happens, even though it's a small amount, the weight literally brings the outboard, the wing gear in. Let's just have a look back at that Saudi landing, folks. Ready when you are with VAR, GP. Nice 777-2. Bit of a power up, get her over the line. Oh yeah, now you can see all the flight surfaces working. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, man. Dipping that left side in, which I believe is not standard procedure from what I've learnt, but it's crazy how you hear one thing from one pilot and then another thing from another pilot. But David Edwards, yes, I agree. Hearing that some channels, it's been removed already. The subtitle, not the subtitle. Oh, that's handy. The handles, fork handles. Yeah. We don't know whether they're going to leave it permanent or whether it's just going to. Apparently, it's a safety thing, folks. You know, which is always a good thing, it has to be said, but it's a very inconvenient safety thing. Just let me do this quickly because it's pace. Okay. All right. The Tune Review, £5 super chat. Thanks, mate. Came home from Fuerteventura yesterday, landing at Newcastle. Experienced my first ever go around crosswind just before touchdown. Wow. Wind shear. Wow, that's so cool, man. Going around at 0 feet, literally. Nice. Super Jumbo. So far, Luke, it is the Airbus A380. Oh, this looks nice. This looks nice. It's a big old lump to flare, isn't it? Sue, I was going to go up to Lasham for lunch, but all flying is cancelled. Lasham being a light aircraft, I think, isn't it? Isn't Lasham a light aircraft? A bit like White Waltham. So yeah, I can imagine it will be closed, especially to flight training, I would have thought. Sue, I don't understand the word most pilots say, but I find it fascinating. One day I will learn. We all will, Sue. I've learned such a lot. All of my knowledge, albeit very little, has come from years of listening, researching, and understanding, getting it wrong, being corrected many times. But like today, I thought it was an aircraft-induced procedure with this crabbing, but now I'm hearing that the pilot will actually fly it into the wind. So there's movement on the elevators, on the ailerons, continually correcting it. What about when it's on autopilot then? I don't know. Obviously augmentation done during auto land, etc, but heavy that when you come off autopilot. Of course, I woke up this morning thinking about what Shung Kyung Lee said yesterday, or when it was about, the autopilot will not switch on or activate if your speed is too high or too low. So I can see my throttles were in the wrong detent. They were in the wow, look at that, gone, mate. They were in the flex detent as opposed to the correct climb detent. So I had too much overspeed going on, so it wouldn't go back into the only thing that caught me out, and I can't remember what it was now, the reason why I couldn't turn the aircraft using the heading knob. I had to do it manually. I need to find out. Ellis Sherman, aeroplane I don't know what you mean, as in weather vane, as in are affected by the winds whilst they're on the ground. I'm guessing that's what he means. So that's why you see the rudder. Oh, easy, son. Yeah, there we go. Now you see the rudder being moved left and right, just to keep the aircraft on the centre line. That's what we're talking about, weather vaning. Obviously, the wind's coming into effect when the aircraft is on the ground. But yeah, Kev Miller, breezy in Cornwall. Yeah, that's true. Screaming in you when you rotate, your butt end will kick out to the left or to the right. Yes, we've seen that many a time. It goes straight into a crab, doesn't it? When they rotate. Seen that many times, taking off in the crosswinds. In the series, it has to be pretty crazy. Operations will stop. It won't close the airport per se, but I know what you mean. Flying operations will stop. Oh, easy there, mate, easy there. Get it down, there we go. Yeah, a bit like what we saw in Miami, where severe weather put a stop to ground operations, as in all movements stopping and diversions going into effect. So, that's kind of, I guess, Linda, what you're talking about in terms of when you say closing an airport. Obviously, this guy looks a little bit off course. Jim Kay, John Grinham, Aaron Thomas, Andy 2950. Awake at 2:30 a.m. saw on flight radar 24 that BAGTNEG was doing a lot of ground movements. Interesting, sorry about that. Around the maintenance sheds. I thought it was strange because it's brand new. Tango, well, that may be because they're just well, actually, you know, when the transponder is on, sometimes they 767-400. Ginny P. Oh, Delta Team USA 350. Nice. Oh, 330neo, sorry, yeah. Crafty Jack, Susan Holjar from London, thank you for the explanation in the series. Yes, well, that's my explanation, Linda. There are people with far more knowledge than what I have. Eddie Shonoff, if your departure requires maintain a track, the heading is changed to stop drift and keep the track. Otherwise, ATC instructs maintain runway heading, which is self-explanatory. There we go. Well, I think that the drift, you don't actually, I mean, there we go again with me not knowing, but just thinking it from a basic standpoint in terms of aerodynamics. When you fly an aircraft, obviously the augmentation will push it into the wind to maintain that track. If you don't do that, then obviously you are going to drift off course, I would have thought. Very interesting subject though. One which I obviously know very little about, but I'm just looking at it from a physical standpoint, or a physics standpoint. Something that if I had of... oh, hello. Bosh, oh, I missed it. Okay. Thanks, Uniserve. Adjust your heading instinctively to maintain your ground track. There we go. But within 1,000 feet, you're going autopilot anyway, aren't you? And then the augmentation kicks in, does it not? God, look at this guy. Look. That's where it gets quite bumpy. You know, you're flying through different friction layers, so you could hit a pocket of air which is like boom, you feel it, you know, may lose a couple of feet, but it feels like 20 feet. Taka, there he is. Hope you're well, mate. Show of crosswind corrections and floating tendency today. Martin, yeah, I couldn't get. I mean, it is to avoid the trucks, but some of these trucks are very tall, and I'd need to go up by about another 4 or 5 feet, which kind of like destabilizes. This is my maximum height, but we're all good, man. We're all good. It's obviously a lot higher than it was. Screaming Emu, you're often flying more sideways than you realise at altitude. Yeah, true. Especially if you have a crosswind element at altitude. So obviously that's where the again the augmentation systems kick in. Autopilot. Stu and the crew. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Stu and the crew. Oh, look at that adjustment, man. Wow, that was a big kicker rudder. it wasn't just the development of new radar and other stuff during the Second World War in Bomber Command. There were obviously lots of things that were invented before the Dam Busters raid, like H2S as an example. Those Dam Buster aircraft were highly modified Lancasters, didn't carry H2S. Interestingly enough, the bomb aimer used a very primitive way of aiming, getting the height correct for the. Obviously, it was down to the. Oh, hello, we got some ribbons. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is this the Delta? Yeah. Is Heathrow in the house? Okay, so busy day for them, obviously. Let's see what Air Serbia get up to, shall we? Oh, a little bit more preset. See, that's a big truck there. It's only when I get one this side and it's a tall truck. Whereas before, that truck would actually be in the way if I was further down. We're still getting the touchdowns. So stop moaning. Only joking. RNAV departures require precise ground track regardless of wind. Flight director will provide correction for wind when hand flying. It is shown off, yes. Switch on your flight directors and stay within the cross or centre line and, you know, bring it all, yeah, manual flying. It's a difficult thing to do because obviously you're trying to keep your eye on the, that's really flying by instruments, isn't it? Rather than actually using the visual. There she is. USA! USA! We saw that first in Atlanta. Oh yeah! Look at all the liquefied. That was a 350, yeah, sorry. Wow! Spence, thank you for capturing the Singapore A380 yesterday. I was on board and watched myself landing today. How cool is that, Spence? Stephen Rouse, very crabby today. Michael Stocks, good afternoon. Christopher Davidson, what causes the ribbons? Good question, Christopher. It is basically, there is a natural vortex that comes off the wing, but it is a culmination of water vapor, which is being created by the tips of the flaps or the wing tips themselves, where the air bleeds off at that point and compresses everything down to create that vapor-looking vortex. The vortex is natural; it's always there, but dependent on the temperature and dew point levels, it generally aids in that phenomenon. That livery really suits the A330-9 Delta, John Grinham. Of course, later on in the year, Screaming Emu timestamp that Delta for how to land in a crosswind. 0 issues from me on that one. Okay, there we go. Should have BAR'd it. by the power of Trent. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Screaming Emu, thanks mate. Off to do more Englandy stuff. He's going up to ARD at some point, isn't he? Yeah. The vortex is a low pressure stream when temperature and dew point meet, water vapour becomes visible. There we go. That's a better explanation, but along the same lines. Start up. That's the Thai triple starting up, isn't it? Nice. Good old festival of creativity, man. A workhorse of the BA fleet. Crazy, I was reading this morning about the wallop. I was reading about the United 767 fleet, hoping to have them all gone by the end of next 2027, which is a bit of a shame, got to be honest with you. All be 787-800s, I think that they're switching them out with, but you know, still we've got a couple of years left yet, haven't we, of the 767s. They've got 400s as well, but they don't operate them into London. Every now and then we might see a 757. Peter Room, you're right, mate. Is this Air Canada? I think it is, isn't it? Another Air Canada jet bringing a triple in. Very early, man. Drilled it. Completely drilled it, man. Aidan Campbell, Delta 767-400s might remain in service for a longer period. United has a target retirement date December 27 for its entire 767 fleet. Yeah, it'll be the 300s that go first, of course. Thank you. Was he? Jewel Under the Stars. I've got many a bomber command book written by bomber crews, you know, navigators, bomb aimers, pilots, engineers, wireless operators. Not just about the flying element of it, but also the experience during their time on base. Very harrowing. It's a word I use very often with the whole bomber command experience. Sad as well, man. The Neo. New engine option. Oh, a bit of a gust, bit of a thrust front coming in now. Wallop. There we go. Look. It doesn't take very long at all, Sue, to change the tyres, because obviously that element of swapping out a tyre is done away from the airport. Specialist companies because the tyre itself is attached to the wheel assembly, and that wheel assembly literally just slides on. So when they get new tyres, it includes the wheel assembly, and you don't obviously see the process of attaching the. I think it's a split wheel as well, a bit like big trucks have split wheels. So in order to get the tyre on, it's obviously because because it's so thick, the wall of the tyre, you can't use conventional methods to get that tyre over the rim. So they have a split wheel assembly. Splitter! Soup. This is always an interesting one, seeing a lightweight prop. This is the ATR. Kirsty Bowden tuning in live from Osaka. Nice to see the dreary British weather. Wallop! Brilliant. Watch the props. That's the pitch angle of the prop blade itself. The blades are not actually spinning backwards. That is just the frame rate on the camera showing that. A bit like the old wagon wheels back in the day, with the old, with the old wagon wheels on the. Oh, look, this is a little bit close for comfort. Okay, he's off the runway. Thomas Cleary, nice day to my bank holiday. Nice start to my bank holiday. Where's it a bank holiday then? Oh, Scotland! Yes. Oh, that's old, man. That was out last week. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Until you were up in arms about it. And so they should be, man. They could sue them for copyright, couldn't they? Good luck with that, though. It's my advert. I made it. I can do what I like. Okay, fair enough. It's a beautiful, beautiful advert. Okay. LG Fistilla Dinner, tuning in from IAD, Shenandoah Valley. Shenandoah Valley. Put it this way, he'll do whatever he wants to do, apart from do everything that he said he'd do. Richard the Roadie's starting to rain in Basingstoke, and yes, I can see it quite clearly coming my way. It's always a good, there we go, you can see that band of rain approaching, so let's get back on with the jacket. Got that song in me bleeding head now, Jilly. So we should now, potentially, see the windscreen wipers in operation. I don't think it's... I might bang them on just for the sake of it, but of course the forward motion of the aircraft, light drizzle like this, doesn't necessitate the wipers. Runway lights now active, just to give the flight crew a little bit more visual. 10 miles out you can see these things, mate. You can see the runway, man. Crazy. Wow, flying bedstead on the ship on its way to Greenland. We're being bounced all over the place, so that must be fun, man. You know one of those things is never going down. Still sunny in Athens, but there are some clouds. It's not heavy enough. The rain's not heavy enough yet. Sooner is the jacket on than the jacket comes off. Whoa! That was a little bit abrupt, wasn't it? Well, it acts as an APU when it's in hotel mode, doesn't it? The number 2 engine acts as the starting power for the engines, so it's like it is an APU to a degree. If you want to get sort of like, you know, anal about it, I guess. Which I generally tend to avoid. Oh, Peter Richardson, wipers were on. The real LRF, thanks for the advice on changing handles. Why did YouTube? Because they're testing it. Yeah. Captain bringing it in. Generally the side that the wiper is going, sometimes they have them dual active. It is obviously pilot preference, but generally the flying pilot will activate their wiper on their side, just to keep a clean view of the approaching runway. Okay. Bit of my butter, I was allowed to sit on the flight deck for the landing into Singapore. Wow. Had celebs on board too. Wow, how cool is that, mate? That's awesome, mate. Yeah, good on you, mate. Yeah. Do you think it's something that was implemented and has slowly crept in over time? Maybe. Okay, all right. If retiree Chris, good morning all, cup of coffee, watch some landings and then off to work here in Oregon. Beautiful part of the world, man. Oh, that must be a lovely drive to work, or walk to work, or cycle to work, or hop to work. LAO, you could invent a camera wiper and get rich. It would have to be a camera wiper would not work, because obviously it would get in the way of, and not only that but the lens is concave, is it not? Or convex, I think convex is out, concave is in, and that wouldn't work. Oh, easy mate, easy there son. So now look out for which side the wiper is running, and that will generally indicate what side, who is bringing it in, first officer or captain. Neither working, because they're letting the natural airflow clear the screen. Also you get Windex, or they treat the windscreens with a solution. Of course, the runway being slightly damp now, you'll see very little, if no smoke at all, no tyre rubber smoke coming off, because of the runway being as wet as it is, or damp, should I say. Yeah, but I haven't got a lens. I haven't got any opportunity to bolt anything to this camera. It is utilising one lens and one lens only, and I think that having something spinning round would possibly baby right round like a record, baby right round, round, round. Drop right down. Wallop. Yeah. So I think temperature is probably drying that runway pretty quick. AF retiree Chris, we had to wash the front windows with a special cleaner. Yeah, a bit like Windex or whatever they call it these days. It's just it's like a waterproofing, when you spray waterproofing fluid on your jacket or your shoes or whatever, and it disperses the water very, very quickly. There's a couple of lads over there, no doubt watching. Oh, bless them. Yeah. Oh, another Delta 339. Nice. Here we go. Wow. Andy Q, good afternoon. Aileron Owl, J-Mank, heated windscreen like before. There is heating on the windshield. Windshields are very, very thick as well. Don't forget how many laminations there are of the of the windshield and the glass in general on these jets, the cockpit glass, because obviously that is the part that is mostly susceptible to you know, bird strikes and so on and so forth. Stuart Watson loves seeing young av geeks, aero geeks. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Could be flying us away on our vacations in the future, folks, these young lads and lasses. Thank you, Arkansas Aussie, or Arkansas, sorry. I'm guessing that's Arkansas Aussie. Whoa, he was a little bit offline, wasn't he then? Caught by a big crosswind. Gentian Blue, good afternoon to you. Qatar 380, 7 minutes, Aidan Campbell, circling the Lambourne hold at the moment. Peter Richardson, see you mate. Get the suitcases out. I think I thought to obtain the patent of heated windscreens from the aviation industry, J Mank. Wow, interesting. Popular model in the model shops is the Bluebird, as I call it. Big crosswind TV, Andy Q. I wish it was. Cabba was my idea. Young lads. Susan New, wind getting up in Ashford. Okay, well, it did say between 12 and 3, didn't it? Don't forget that it is much more of a challenge up high. The higher you are, the more the winds will blow. No obstructions down on the ground, you see. However, once you get to a certain altitude, and if there are large obstructions like the hangars on the northern side of the runway, that's where you get the wind whipping up over the top. Oh blimey, I think you've got to go back to the 1970s to find a vehicle that doesn't have electrically operated heater elements in both the, well, certainly in the rear windshield. I remember they used to make stick-on ones, didn't they? You could buy them at Halfords. Yeah, it's called the Jetstream for a reason. True. See, look at this guy crabbing, man. On the ground here, it's quite calm, but obviously at 200 feet, this guy's, I wouldn't say struggling, it's just a natural. So autopilot possibly coming off about now. Bloop, 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 bloop. Lash 66, best position at the paddock. Meta, Nigel Gale. Wind 240 degrees at 18 knots, gusting 28. There we go. Decent enough. Thank you, Nigel. 18 gusting 28. So you've got to be on your best behaviour. These guys are quite used to flying into windy conditions, into Dublin especially. Every flight I've had into Dublin has been a bit of a easy. Nice. Oh yeah, beautifully done, man. Cheryl Lewis, the noises that you heard like gunshots were the ground crews. It's interesting, isn't it? So. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, gunshots would be the birds. bird, what do you call it? The Wildlife Inspectorate. Easy there, son. Oh, wallop, flipping heck. See? Now I reckon, VARGP, I reckon that aircraft caught a pocket of nothing. Nicely controlled on the descent, on the flare and all that, got that nice, but just at the point of the flare, definitely seemed to lose the lift. Okay, GP, let's just have a little look back at that, shall we? To be honest with you, the more dramatic at regular speed than at low speed, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it looks far more dramatic at normal speed. See ya, Karina. So you can see the yeah, but by doing that, by the timing, Jilly, with me talking and everything, since literally yesterday. I'm not talking over it now. God. Well, I kind of did, but I wanted to, but I didn't know when to do it. Aviation. Oh, Mr. Pungui. Welcome back, Mr. Pungui. Ronald Turnbull loved your show at the model shop. Yeah, it's cool, man. I love going to the model shops. There's always new things to see. El Jute Fisk dinner. DCA had propane tanks with a device attached that would emit a loud bang occasion to scare off birds. Oh, okay, there we go. Aileron out. Big plus for the Swiss landing, yeah. Swiss Tony. High demand. Swiss landing has many features. What's that, GP? Andy Q, Big Jet TV membership, thanks, mate. Some very lucky person receiving that. It's always nice when it's somebody with it's always nice when it's somebody for the first time. Oh, engine alert, engine alert. Nice, I like it, I love it, man, I love it. probably a Trent 1000, based on the amount of Trent 1000s that are sitting over in the hangar at the moment. Obviously, coming back from Rolls-Royce, having been fixed. Who knows? Could be a G90. I don't know. Could be a Trent 8. Could be a Trent 9. But I'd say in the grand scheme of things, based on the maintenance issues that they're having with the Trent 1000, it's likely to be a Trent 1000. Although they do normally have the nacelle attached, but I think they send them down there without the nacelle because they've got to take it off anyway. Sierra Romeo Mike, €6 super chat. Thank you for doing what you do. If you're spotting at Schiphol ever, I'd like to come by and say hi. Well, Sierra, it may come sooner than you think. Yeah. Oh, Alan, absolutely no doubt about it. We'll always do a Wednesday. This doesn't mean that we're not doing Wednesday. It's just because of the conditions today. It sort of warrants when there's winds. There's a lot of trees around my garden, and when I look at the treetops and see the wind bending them to a degree, it always it's straight onto GP, and we already knew, we had it planned this morning anyway, that would be coming out. Basil Price. Big slice of crosswind there, man. Whoa. Always seem to recover it beautifully, the Lufthansa flight crew, I've got to be honest with you. They have that natural sort of like steep angle of attack, and then sort of like pull it and float it. Wow, 106 miles an hour in Anok Moor, northeast. Oh, look at that coming through here. Pilots rock dive Alan Q, absolute pleasure, mate. I bet you this one, you know, just knowing my luck, let's just get it just in case. Okay. Oh, thank you, David. It did. That's very kind of you, mate. Favourite YouTuber in general? Absolutely fantastic. Hi, Jumaj. Ghostly appearance. Alright, mate, alright. Don't have to shout. LL Retro after the 380, Aaron Thomas. Thank you, mate. Nigel Gale. Steve Drake, lovely Monday morning surprise. The numbers going up for this 380 GP. Just saw it flick to 7k from 6.8. Going. Always had it. Excuse me. Wow, look at this coming over the flippers. Oh yeah, look at this. Go on, son. Do you want to go VAR on that, GP? That was one of those, a bit like that that 320. It might not look. Listen to that. Well, Paul, it's a natural thing, isn't it? Because the wing curves upwards, doesn't it? So obviously, you know, they are a wing that slopes upward. It's not straight out. So the let's just run that VAR, GP. Stand by. Okay, okay, run VAR, GP. Saying stand by to the audience. Really, sorry. Yeah, that was smoky, man. You saw this in Miami, man. Wasn't it? I think it was the first morning, and then the next morning she was there. Yeah, what I was saying about the reason why you see it looks like the outboard gear are higher, and that is obviously because the wing, as you can see there, it has an upward slope to it. So obviously the outboard gear are going to be higher. But as soon as the weight is transferred onto the body gear, then you get the outboard gear touching down, so to speak. Not because they are longer, just because they obviously can't be longer, can they? Because well, they are probably slightly longer, just to allow for that slope. Alex J, appreciate all the technical info. Well, that comes from a lot of you guys on here, so Alex J, thank you. Mr. Pungawi, slammer hammer. Jonathan Woodruff. Wind rushing through the undercarriages. We're easy! Wow, man. I think that guy was caught out a little bit. Do you want to go VAR on that one, GP? Interesting. Cheezar saying no 350s today. Well, we've had one at least, haven't we? But I know what you're saying. Yeah, that was quite sort of like last moment caught out, wasn't it? Let's run that on VAR, GP. Blimey, LSU on the floor on a Conway powered LL 707. Flight surfaces, man. Oh, yeah. Nick Gray, it was an early flare, wasn't it? It's like about 40 feet. See, I'm watching it on the screen and I'm still giving a reaction to it, Jilly, because it's on my screen. I know, yeah. Dimitri Spirou, Qatar 350 about to come across the channel. Gillian Tracy, love the replay. A lot of people do. I think we've got it tuned now. The comms between me and Jilly are fine-tuned, you see. We have got a swishing sound with the replay, haven't we, Jilly, or did you take that off? Paul Barnett, when I landed in a 380, felt like there was no giving the oleo's very firm landing. Probably because it's so many bleeding wheels, I guess. You know, just a massive set of mains, isn't it? Katrina, LUFC, good landing that. We'll take it. Just need to know what volume of pilots actually either watch the replay back of their landing. Later on, our main undercarriage wheels set on the A380 are at different heights. 380 has a unique main landing gear configuration with 4 separate bogies, 2 of which has 6 wheels. Yeah, bogies being the centre gear, the body gear. Just read that back again, Jilly. Okay, just give him a shout. Jet Aviation 14. Thank you, mate. Jolly Jules! My afternoon has been made. Big Jet TV, love it. Thank you everybody. Oh. What's the sound? It's all manual from here on in. It's not often in your life that you get called that, is it? But it's a very honourable thing to be to have somebody say. Suho. Well, the bogey wheel has always, like, you know, the DC-1030 that had the bogey centre gear. It's basically the centre gear that is called the bogey. For those who wouldn't know about the bogey wheel, they're not talking about a big piece of bogey hanging off. Sorry, mate, you've got something under your nose. It's so embarrassing when that happens, isn't it? You've got something in the corner of your mouth there, mate. 40-mile-an-hour gusts at 2 o'clock, nail bag, thank you. Just at 2 o'clock we're going to have 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Oh look, it's got a reverser panel, replacement reverser panel, big plaster on it, so hey, here comes the rain. Yes, the bogey on trains as well, and I think big trucks have bogies as well. Really ought to blow their noses properly, shouldn't they? It's gonna, yeah, this rain's coming this way, mate. Here it comes. Annie, I'm guessing that is. triple bonnet felt firmer than a 747 line. Interesting. Okay. Steph Parrish, BEA livery, was there when she stayed Friday just gone. It is her home, Steph. So what? Oh yes, the golfing term, which nobody likes. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of bogeys, but I'll take a bogey any day over a double bogey. Yeah, nothing worse, or a triple, to be honest with you. But you just shut up and move on when that happens. 0 points. Is that Geordie jet? You need a radar gun catching these landing speeds. Oh, Geordie jet, sorry. That jet that looks like it lost lift on the excellent replay it looked to me a real pilot. The 321 was too slow. Geordie jet and not Geordie. Okay, sorry Geordie, there we go. Thanks, mate. KLM 195 Nigel Gale from Amsterdam, turning finals over Brixton. Oh, Brody and Doyle. Down, 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 down. HK Page, good morning, all back at work today after a holiday at the beach. Oh really? Oh dear. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yes, 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 yes. Who's that then? Who said that? Is that someone on the chat? Oh, an email. Oh dear. Basil Price. The Padjakessionals. Leslie White, nothing yet, Leslie. Expecting to be here through till around about 3 p.m. this afternoon. Halfway through the show at the moment. Thought we'd come out here, like I said at the start of the show. You know, a bit of crosswind element is always a worthy reason to come out. As you can see, the SOC is pretty active, you know, and we are expecting gusts of up to 40 miles per hour around about well, I think you said 2 o'clock. Flapping sound is obviously part of the coat on the, you know, it's windy, isn't it? Swiss eyes, is it Swiss eyes? Welcome back to first class, Swiss eyes, Swiss eyes. See if I can isolate the flapping noise for just one customer. Things I do, man. Hey? Oh, Swede as in Sweden. Well, Swiss eyes. A very good afternoon to you, and thank you for your support, along with everybody else, of course. Like I say all along, folks, I never intentionally miss people's comments. It's just obviously with the speed of things happening. Oh, it looks like an old 707 tail, doesn't it? With the with the old aerial at the front, but obviously a very flexible one. There you go. Oh, look. United Special Livery. B-Salt currently dealing with 75-mile-an-hour winds north-east Scotland. Just waiting for the power to go down. Embraer E195E2. Oh, that bird's a little bit close for comfort, isn't he? Run away! The engine's howling away, man. Yeah, nice. Interesting, the delay on the inboard boards there. Heading straight into that curtain of, look at that curtain of rain, man. We're gonna get it. Because we're really gonna get it. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. Okay, back to windscreen wiper action, ladies and gents. Let's get this down. Andy Q. Came to fame. Very funny. Wow. It's a challenge, whichever way you look at it. Clark, yeah. If you want to change the situation. A220. Just getting lucky with the rain, but seems to be blowing it off course, look. Nicely controlled. A little bit of elevator manipulation. Double flashes going. It's the size of that pipe on the 380, man. Eldon brings out the different instruments. I do. It's quite funny. I think this is another Swiss Tammy, isn't it? Camping, you say? These little Pratt & Whitneys can make a right old racket. Blockers. There it is. And now the shh. There it is. Triple-seven Lenny, yeah, nothing is small on the 380. His shirt off, yes. Engines and hydraulic pumps too. And flaps. Flap retraction. And things like that. Wow. Paul Brown, it's kind of happening now, to be honest with you. The what is crabbing in the technical term? Is it drift? Because drift is actually when the aircraft is being pushed off course, isn't it? I guess it is crabbing, isn't it? G21 Goose. Wow, nailed that one, man. Will he land it? Always amazes me how small the front wheel is. I suppose it doesn't take much of the weight. Well, it doesn't take a lot of the weight, but it can take a proper old impact, which is why I guess it's built tough. Don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, certainly that's why the flare is as it is. Get the main gear down nice and easy on the front end. Nice control with the elevators to bring it down and minimize the amount of impact on the front gear. Because yeah, I guess you could say it's quite vulnerable. That's why when you see these nose landings, it's always very sort of like I might want to check it. Boeing 640. Jilly, can you just do a timestamp for me? I just want to do that 777 landing because I did something specific in terms of keeping it right in the in the middle of the, right in the middle of the frame. Gaudy jet, I think it's an expression used for planes after the way crabs walk sideways. Yes, I know, but I know the word crabbing and why it's so, because it's going sideways. But I was just looking at the, I was just looking to see whether there is a like, you know, an official sort of like aviation term for it that pilots use. Whether they use crabbing. 777 Lenny, yes. Well, we have seen a tail strike, albeit controversially, purely on the basis that that we don't know, but we're pretty sure it went through a tail strike. And the reason I say that is because the footage itself wasn't out until later on in the day, at which point the aircraft had already gone on another mission. Just wondering, they're not changing ops, are they, GP? Let's see that jet sitting down there, that triple. Is he just coming? I think he might have just come in. Yeah, his flaps and slats are not extended. Yeah. Yeah, it was Danny Maguire 321. We're pretty sure it was a tail strike, and that aircraft was removed from service for a day later on in the day, when somebody obviously saw it and thought, well, we better get that inspected. And because when it flew after we caught the tail strike, British Airways, specifically the maintenance teams, hadn't seen it. Oh, nice. Iceland Air 760. Yeah, they asked for the video. Yes, they did. Yeah. So they definitely went through. That aircraft definitely experienced the tail strike. I think that's the only one we've ever. Mind you, that 350 as well. That was pretty damn close, wasn't it? 767 Iceland Air in the new livery. It's the raspberry livery, which is probably my favourite, to be honest with you. She's gone up very early. I'm sure you could probably simulate an engine starter with a musical instrument. Certainly with a keyboard. Actually, I don't know about that, because it is a rising. You'd have to. Be interesting to spend a day with somebody who's got electronic keyboard to see whether that can be done. I'd love that. I know, mate. Shall I run down and give them a couple of stickers? Because they're. Oh, look, we've got a bit of ribbon coming off this one. Oh, yeah, little. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. Look at that vortex, man. Dew point must have temperatures either fallen, or the dew point has risen, or something like that. Wow, look at that. Boeing 640, my sentiments entirely. Yeah, they probably, BA, probably under the circumstances, would have kept those 747s in service based on the delays with all aircraft types, not just Boeing, the 777-9, but also A350s. Saying it's mainly on the 330s. Well, 777s as well, Hem. Basically the outboard flaps, but wingtips as well. More so wingtips on departure, has to be said, because obviously it's a slower speed, isn't it, on approach? So that slow speed being bled off. Let's go and give these kids a sticker, because they're being very patient waiting there, aren't they? Or have I got them in there? Have I got them? Have I got them? Just the wrong location. Oh no. Oh my god, I've got one sticker with me, Jill. Hold on a minute, let's just have a look. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Let's give him one of these, shall we? The 380. Just you keep me near. Yeah. BA what? There you go, mate. I don't know if you like the 380s, but cool. Awesome. I could be so good for you. Thomas, not even a year old, the 330. Might get some ribbons off this. It's a triple, isn't it? Come on, mate. Nigel Gale, Qatar. Wow, nice bit of murmuration going on with those starlings, man. Look at that. It's speculation, is it, Chilly? Key Enigma. It's a rotational thing, forgive the pun. But it's literally upon inspection of tyres, but they do have a life span on them. But it's more about visual inspection of tyres and, yeah, again, their lifespan, which could be anything, so I don't know, we talked about it before. Set of Trents, man. Wow. beautiful, man. See that little splitter vortex coming up from the engine vortex generator over the wing and far away. Boeing, I shut down a BEA 777. Ellis Chernoff, there we go. Yeah, tyres are changed on condition. Several layers of cord can be exposed. Yeah, I've seen it before. Mainly down to, that's not the sidewall, that's down to the main tread area, should I say. And yeah, I've seen that. I've actually seen that exposed. The thing is that if there's a flat spot on the tyre, ironically enough, it will tend to always hit that same point on landing because it will rotate to that point. I believe that's why you'll get the canvas exposed. Craig Russell, good morning. A wild 350 appears. Cheese up. Cheese up. Yeah, first 350. Oh no, that one we're early on in the show. Here we go. Now the key thing I believe for the 350 is that if you perfectly flare it, you'll get all 6 wheels. Yeah, that was quite heavy, man. That was a heavy flare, wasn't it? Wow! Dinosaur Dad booked our family back to the UK with Qatar next April. Wow, there we go. Quite like bleeding buses, aren't they, these things? All of a sudden, this looks Qatarish. If you lost your name, then I would find one with numbers that works for you. But it's a terrible thing in it that they've done this. They must be getting multiple complaints on YouTube now. Wide gate on the undercarriage of the 359. Oh, floating it, floating it. Wow, that was heavy on the right. Ha ha! Fraser Smith. I think that's Fraser Smith, isn't it? Qatar increasing to 10 flights per day if they haven't already. 204 driver, yeah, me too. I'd much prefer to sit next to a dog or a cat, especially a cat. Meow. Upton Magnets, I like to book a seat for my Falcon. Xerxes. Family guy, you know what I'm talking about. His name is Xerxes. Dorset Aviator, that looks harsh. It did look harsh, didn't it? I'd like to book my reticulated python into business class, please. This one from BAH. That far away. Wow. 106, thank you Jack Wood. Seattle to Heathrow inbound shortly from Goose Bay, Canada. Diverted there due to a passenger medical situation. Always a little bit, you know, a little bit awkward, isn't it, when there's a passenger medical emergency? It kind of all goes quiet, doesn't it? Because you're hopeful that the individual is okay, and because it's always a nail-biting time, isn't it, from the moment that they realise that they have to divert to the point where they are on the ground, and then they have to wait for the medical emergency services, and all that kind of procedural thing is beautiful thing to see, man. Big piece of carbon. Look, watch it dip, watch it dip. There it goes, man, losing all its lift. Now it becomes a vehicle. Good question, that, Peter Wilson. I'd imagine so. Although they generally, when they do a divert, they will park up on a remote stand perhaps, and the emergency services will attend. Passengers will stay on the aircraft, because otherwise they'd have to go through customs and so on and so forth. Now that's interesting. That van had a train hooter on it. Brilliant. I like that. Another Qatar jet on finals, 777. Dinosaur Dad. I was carrying birds and they all start flying at once. Brilliant. JLFC, 37 minutes till scheduled takeoff. What's it going out to? They probably would have an emergency, they would have emergency services there, but it may be the local hospital that was called out. Anyway, hope the passenger is recovered or well, obviously being well looked after. Vortex. Eileen Greig. I'd feel a lot happier if I could travel in the crate with them. Well, I've carried my cat all the way across the Atlantic and back. Came back on her own. 2 years, it was a year, no, it was a year, wasn't it, after she had to stay there for inoculations to take effect. obviously have the rabies checks and then after. Thank you, Craig. There on Thomas Goose Bay, right in the heart of Newfoundland. Okay, we've got some ribbons off this triple. Here we go. Come on, mate, get yourself in focus. There you go. Oh, we did have. Generally flows off the outboard sections of the outboard flaps. Sometimes off the outboard sections of the inboard flaps, barn doors. It's just that one particular layer that it's coming through. Oh, beautifully done, man. Craig Hicks, good afternoon. Michael White. Darren Kane shooting it from Canada. Good. Ellis Chernoff, very true indeed. Very true indeed. In fact, I'd probably say most of the time. Mind you, it's good to sedate. Sometimes animals are given sedation, aren't they? Pills, that is, to sort of like calm them for the flight. My cat was fine when I got to Los Angeles. The only thing is that my mate picked me up in his truck, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna let Smudge out, okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure thing, man." You know, and he had a big pee, didn't he, in the back of my mate's truck. Had to have the carpet ripped out and replaced and everything. It was absolutely terrible. So embarrassing. I'm like, "Smudge, you're doing something there, aren't you?" Oh my God. Nothing I can do now. Couldn't wait to get out of the crate. That's something you could get rid of, wouldn't it? You got rid of that. And the smell was gone, wasn't it? Oh my God, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Poor old Harold. He had a bottom explosion, didn't he? There's a young vlogger down there, look, putting his videos up on YouTube, I'd imagine. Captain Manny, hello to you. Ferrets, guinea pigs. Oh. Chester drawers. It's not too bad here. Should be gusting around about 40 any moment now, shouldn't they? 6,600 wonderful people watching. Hello every one of you, hope you're doing well. Whether you just got us on in the background, whether you're watching us sat down with a nice cup of tea or whatever it might be, hope you're doing well and you're keeping well and you're happy and healthy. Big Jet TV live every Wednesday and Sunday, unless of course there's a moment that brings us out like this. It's not intense, but we did kind of say that we would come out if it was in any way windy. There's a crosswind element involved, and I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Dun, 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 dun. I've got a cat and I feed wild birds. My cat is, yeah. Bit sketchy, little bit sketchy. Okay, someone just reminding me about my triple landing. More like a flipping 5-point landing, wasn't it? I reckon I bounced it at least 5 times, didn't I? Before we reached the end of the runway, and I managed to bring it to a halt. Stop right there. Pretending to work. I could just see that. Hello? Yes, hello there. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, pretend to be on the phone. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Rob Walker's in there. Lovely clouds today. Oh! Take a sudden lurch to the right there, that Eurowings jet. Chris in nails. 5 counted, yes. Okay, a little bit more preset. Okay, Russell, Kuwait 777 behind the 787-8. Okay, we might get some ribbons off of that one then. Just should appear any moment now. There she is. It's around about now that we're getting the ribbons, so yeah, there they are. Here they come now. Yeah. Gotta love that sight, man. How much disruption those vortex ribbons cause, man. Crazy. Wow! That is so cool. Better seen in real time, of course. Oh, here they go. Yeah, man. Look at that. Moody country clouds. JLFC is on Virgin at 2:30 to Tampa. Yeah, we'll try and get it. I just need reminding because obviously my main focus is on arrivals. But yeah, JLFC will have a go. Isn't that JLFC from yesterday? go over there, aren't they? Red Mercedes drive-by shooting. No, horse is not bothered. No, nothing bothers the horses. He's done. She's done. And all the birds fly away for a couple of minutes and they all come back when they drive off. Just not bothered, look. They did do once. Reese Harrison has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Reese. It's like a creche over there, isn't it? United triple, nice. Steve. A lot of starlings over this. But that's over here, Steve. That's meant for the birds on the air side. Dreamliner though, isn't it? Is that the United triple behind it? Possibly. Or did I read it wrong? Behind the United 787, there we go. Firebird. £1.99 super chat, thank you. All good, thank you, my friend. Chris Mason, BEA turning finals. Go on, mate. You're supposed to shoot them up in here, not at them. Breeding things. You're not else doing flipping clay pigeon shooting, mate. You're supposed to fire it up in the air. Yeah, big old bullet. 777 minutes. Dave L, £2 super chat. Thanks, Dave. Wow, nicely done, man. Here's to the pony whisperer. Andy Bishop, yeah, aiming when you're firing blanks seems pointless. Sawn off. Cameron Beach is a returning upper class member. Welcome back, Cameron. It's possibly going from one to another, but thank you, Cameron, for your support along with everybody else, of course. Ray Russell, this is BEA 777 from Seattle. Chance of 40s is now over 20 times more likely than it was in the 60s. 40 degrees centigrade. Yeah, go ahead, but it'll make my day. See, I changed the obviously I changed the thumbnail, Julie, on the ARD show. Mark Nixon, enjoying the show, watching planes on final approach to Heraklion, Crete. Audio only, sun's too bright to watch. There we go. Irish Cockney Rebel has gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Irish Cockney Rebel. I'm alright, I'll go over there, isn't he? Eh? Picking on a little starling. He's definitely on the lookout, isn't he? There's one. Bird scare unit's call sign is seagull. Ben Thompson, well, it's been on and off, I would say, would be the best way to describe the weather. Or was it 747? Aero 9191. Paul! He's definitely bored. Shooting cockshapers armchair. Okay, a little bit more precinct. Oh look! Getting ready nice and early, look! The chance of them using them are just so minimal, man. Do you remember that last year? Snowplow exercises. It's not quite Anchorage, is it? Yeah, we can hope. Yeah. Those things are in pristine condition, aren't they? Listen. BEA, British European Airways, the Retro jet. Don't prank her now. That's our last and only. Be great if they did one with 777X's in the BEA livery or something like that, just to commemorate Boeing's. Oh, British Airways, sorry. Fantasy jet, as the guys at ARD call it. Get a 1/400 scale 747-8 in the BOAC livery. Oh, easy. Don't you prang her now, mate. There we go, nice and easy does it. WestJet. Okay. Did. BEA from Gothenburg, Aaron Thomas, thank you. Gillian, thank you. Ian Morrison, lots of people mentioning the Retro jet. Gillian, thank you. J Mank, I just remembered snowplows at Anchorage, yes. Hat. Oh, that army of snowplows, sorry. Not a hat army. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Thanks for coming. Okay, Emirates A380, 15 minutes. Thanks, Matt. Thanks everybody for your support. Subscribe to the channel if you want more of this stuff, folks. We don't beg for likes, not interested in that. I don't care if it helps with whatever it helps with, but it's up to you as an individual whether you want to give us a like or not. It's entirely up to you. I've got to be honest with you, I'm terrible with giving likes to channels because I just don't, it's not part of my psyche. You know what I mean? How you get into habits with things, and I think it's sort of like one of those things that you can't have to be a regular on YouTube watching stuff like, you know, like me, I like my TV, you know, whereas Jilly will watch YouTube all night on the TV. Never interested in anything TV other than Dexter. And football, yeah. Spot a train, Turkish 777F. Freighter, 45 minutes, nice. Aidan Campbell would love to see a Continental Retro United triple. Yeah, from back in the day when it was Continental, of course. I'll tell you what, I'd love to see American do one of the Chrome. Like they got that 737 that you saw in Miami now. $50, $40, $30. Here comes the flare. 5. Retard. Retard. Seymour Fluid. He's still here. Made redundant a year ago. Well, mate, thank you for your support, because I know that, you know, obviously, you know, hopefully you're not running it short because of your membership. But mate, Seymour, thank you so much. Gina Graham, see you Wednesday. Spooky Cindy, gifting a channel membership. Thank you, Spooky Cindy. And that's Brandon Wisnisk has received that gifted membership. A good thing to do, because all of you new members will get to experience the overseas stuff that we do. Definitely doing Toulouse at the end of the month. For all of you folks going on a fishing trip out to Toulouse, see what we can catch. There's not really good stuff going on there, to be honest with you. John O'Godley, what 3 minutes behind, what are the big snowplow looking things? You just answered your own question, Jono. Snow clearing machines. A350 will still be more efficient than the 777. As far as I'm aware, from the numbers that I've read, it might change, but at the moment, this jet, in terms of the 1000 variant, is more efficient than the 777-9. Ginormous, great big doors. Rachel Doors upgrading to premium, not sure how that works, but anyway, Rachel, thank you very much indeed. Neil Bate 191 is a brand spanking new homegrown first class member. A very warm welcome to you, Neil, and thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Wonderful, wonderful thing. Claire Fielding, the big Airbus Beluga is in Toulouse, the big transporter. It is indeed. Look forward to bringing that to you guys. Chris Clark has gifted a channel membership. Thanks, mate. J Bond, whale watching in Toulouse. Matt Jones, good afternoon. Paul Skilling. Bikal Pam. TV. I don't know what anyone who puts a embargo on talking about it. It is quite, I wouldn't say controversial. There are obviously groups that are for it and groups that are against it. Personally, if I was to be able to stand in front of a group of locals, residents particularly, who are currently affected by noise, then I would argue the point that it can only be a good thing, a third runway, because it basically means that at the moment with runway alternations, they do it because of giving local residents a break at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and those in the morning up till 3 o'clock. But a third runway further north of the airfield would basically mean less traffic on these runways. But also bear in mind that he's good. Bear in mind that by the time this new runway is ever built, most of, if not all of these old generation jets will have gone, and it will only be modern, next generation aircraft with much easy, go around. Yeah, VAR that one, GP. Yeah, that was just a big old float, wasn't it? He's gone straight through the box, straight up to flex. Well, actually, no, hit the toga button, haven't they? Which I believe is that you hold the button on the throttles and that sends it into toga. Yeah, the new runway is. Tell me when you're ready, GP. Let's watch that one back. I'm going to go to my live. Yep, we're ready. Yes, they will. New. Oh, no toga button on the Airbus. Okay. That was a little bit dodgy and all jilly. Do you want to VAR that one as well, mate? Nick Gray actually touched the main left gear to the runway. Okay. Well, and I tell you what, that Aer Lingus jet was a little bit. Actually, you know what, Jilly? I don't think it's worthy. No, I don't think it's worthy. Bin it, file it under B. Take off, go around, Claire Fielding. But I've just learned that there is no toga button. I think it's a manual operation of the throttles themselves, whereas the or it's a lever. Is it a lever? But on the Boeing, of course, you do have the toga button, I think, on the actual column itself. I don't think that was worthy of VAR, folks, that Aer Lingus one, because I actually did watch it back. Joe Hemming, any good flight sims on PlayStation? Yes, well, you can do Microsoft Flight Sim through that, can't you? Yeah. By the way, folks, I'm going to uninstall GSX Pro from my flight sim and give it a run without it, because I think it might have been giving me problems with bugs the other day, you know, pink terminal buildings and all that kind of stuff. Jenny seems to think it might be an MSFS issue, but I'm thinking that based on the fact that we had all the pink ground crew and all that kind of crazy stuff going on previously. Okay. Is there a way that you can delete the beta, Jilly, and upload the... Or can we Google it? The left wheel on the go-around did kiss the tarmac, Susan Elizabeth. Wow. An official touch and go, folks. Unintentional, of course. Irish Cockney Rebel, bit of river dance from Aer Lingus. Diddly 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 diddly. Okay, Katie giving the official on Airbus, you just move the thrust levers fully forward to activate toga mode. Oh, okay, there we go. Yes, of course it is. Of course. Climb, flex, and toga, isn't it? Idle, climb, flex, and toga. Yes, I should remember that, man. And all the way back. Oh, okay, flight sim with Elliot. There we go. So yes, it is nothing to do with GSX then. Oh, okay. You're a pal Palpatine. I porpoised in pilot training once. Not fun. Curious to add some more power and level off, but if you don't have enough power, you gotta go round. Look at you do play. Yeah. Split symmetry experience the toga at London Gatwick. Pilot came on the terminal and announced an aircraft on the runway. Wow, there we go. Yeah. Previous aircraft did not vacate the runway in time. Michael Field, yes. Pink usually means missing object. Yeah, I understand that. Another fueling jet. 2020, by the way, folks. Still think, oh, 2024 is maybe a little bit too buggy at the moment, and I don't want to mess around with it because I'm just not interested in because you know, people who play Microsoft Flight Sim generally do it at home without anyone watching. But if I've got 1,000 or so people watching me, I want them to remain actively involved rather than me, rather than it being buggy and sticky and all that. James Beatwell has gifted 5 channel memberships. James, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. 5 lucky people going to be coming overseas with us. We're not sure where we're going. If we're going away, it's kind of got to be next week, I think, Jilly. Yeah. Anchorage next month. Nice. Wind's blowing a hoolie now, man. Nigel Gale, Emirates 380 EK29 now over Brixton. THF 64, just got my BEA book, Red Square BEA from Modernist. Interesting. Peter Wilson begging for Frankfurt. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it, really? We just need to see what operations are in effect in terms of Schiphol, because it's been a long time since I've been down to that intersecting runway, you know, McDonald's and the other one, when they turn on to that runway. Depends on operations, doesn't it? Tajikistan, go around aircraft after then no, yeah, well, no, Seymour, no, we don't do that, my friend. Record it and then. Very clever little horsey. Very clever little horsey. Do you play? Oh yeah. The Penguin, tuning in from New Jersey. Atlantic City, New Jersey to be precise. Loving the VAR. Gary Fox, GP, you're going to answer him? Railway enthusiast, it's a big way up, it is, isn't it? Thomas BA605 after UK29. Get that Virgin Jet Chili with JLFC. Oh. Andy TRFC is a brand new member. Welcome, Andy. Good to see you, mate. Join us next week on the overseas show. Yeah. These things are going to be around till the 2040s, folks. So we've got many, many more years to enjoy these big old ships. Yeah. No outboard reversers on the 380, of course. missed approach jet. Well, I'd say missed approach. It was literally a touch and go, wasn't it? That triple dragging some cloud behind it might get a bit of wow. So, have another go, mate. In from Pisa, second try. 777 Lenny, yeah. Is it 5 million parts on the A380? Obviously, it doesn't include, I'd imagine it doesn't include the rivets. Executed. Well done, sir or madam. +20 A380 movements a day here at Heathrow. High Risk 761 has sent 20 big Jet TV memberships. High Risk, thank you so much. That's a wonderful thing to do. Very kindly, thank you very much indeed. Make sure he's off the runway, which he is. We've got rain, we've got creasing. Yeah, great to see those boards come up, man. Okay. It's worthy of the rain jacket, to be honest with you. Turkish Aviator. I was at Heathrow yesterday and I managed to plan my day, so I only saw 1380, but I saw you filming, so I made up. Oh, thanks, Turkish Aviator. I'm sure you cried. Did I come and say hello? I hope I did. The wing flexing, man. Oscillation. Look at that, man. Wow. Left seat. Is he taxiing? Is he moving? Oh, okay. Okay. Bless him. You're not on the runway yet, son. Okay, he's just on his way up Alpha, and he is taxiing up Alpha. Look left, and if he's on the left side, he'll be able to see jets going out. Depends, is he in the window? Are you in the window, mate? Alano 1. Blake, I thought the original third runway plans were to the south. Have they changed? No, never been to the south, Blake. Always to the north. Some revised plans now for the third runway, but that is going to be something continual, I'd imagine, until the day that it is. The plans are finally approved. Whether that ends, I don't know. Possibly a rookie pilot, but getting it down. No sweat. Yeah, it's is it? Okay, we're hearing that the wind is picking up. You see those trees long range. Of course, I'm shielded a little bit by this hedgerow and buildings to my right, so sometimes don't feel it as much. But you can imagine what these guys are getting as they descend. Well, AVGX will probably only put a toga counter on a very, very blustery day. Some good ice here. Christine's L. Welcome back, Christine's, or Christine. SL, possibly. Sierra Lima. Back as a first class member. Very warm welcome to you. Virgin 129 to Tampa, JLFC. Yeah, we're waiting for you to come into shot. Julie, keep me posted on that, would you please? Yeah, very possibly a captain with many hours, not just a rookie. Yeah, I know. I'm just, you know, when you sometimes see, you know, a performance like that, it can be either. It can be somebody who's been flying for many years, very established, just doesn't like landing in windy conditions. Paul Barnett, Slinger, just over 30 minutes. Well, we're supposed to be finishing at 3. We've got things to do, but only 15 more minutes of activity on this runway, remember? JLFC saying 4th or 5th in line according to flight radar. It's just so you're sort of like over that way somewhere, I'd imagine. Obviously that's a Virgin jet parked on a remote stand, which is quite odd to see, to be honest with you. Oh blimey, is that 2 Virgin jets parked on remote? It's quite odd to see them parked up over there. Usually it's, well, maybe there's something over on the other stands. Wow, would have felt that in the cabin. We're crabbing. Crabbing in the name of the Lord. Sorry. Early birdie. In the luggage lounge, missed the message. Only count. Qatar A350 might be last to land on 27 left. Isn't it great? Seymour, 7,000 watching. We'll get a few, Seymour. Kind of, whoa, bosh, sort of had it, fed it a little bit high, didn't they? JLFC airlink is just taking off. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Shouldn't send any absolute pleasure, mate. Well, I couldn't sit indoors and twiddle my thumbs, could I? Okay, BA jet going out now. He's not in shot yet. Alpan, third in line, 27 right. Out at 3, isn't it? But I'll tell you what we might do, folks, come back later on around about 6 o'clock for the Korean 747 in the new livery, due at 5:44. Okay, has he got a BEA 380 in front of him, I think. No, we're not going down to 27 right for landings at 3 o'clock, but we are coming back around about 5:40, maybe 5:30 in the afternoon, just to catch the arrival of the Korean 747. This one in the new livery. We wouldn't come up normally if it was in the old livery, which I don't have a go at me because I don't like it. I love the old livery, much more preference. It's just that it's good to see it in the flesh. You can make your own mind up what you think. This looks like real Jordanian. We've seen it on the 777 and the 737, is it? Or the, no. Excuse me. Oh dear, oh dear. Is that him there lining up? Is that him lining up behind the... Is he on a 339? Nice! 9 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 9 minutes. Cool. We're not going to get a big shot of JLFC, but we'll. Oh, why not? That was my camera that popped down then. It's the one thing that generally happens when I'm slowly coming back out of it. So you might get that little pop. Wow. Making a bit of a racket. Oh, I can see that. I can see that. I'll turn it off. Okay, so now you should just have me. Just check it, GP. Oh, there's nothing I can do then, mate. There's nothing I can do. I don't understand that. I should be able to use one mic and get stereo out of it. Oh, mate. No. Well, I'm not going to go fiddling around with it now. Oh, okay. Go on then. Go on then. It should be. It's showing stereo, mate. Sure, man, because it's showing. Much felt in the cabin, man. Yeah. Where's JLFC, GP? Well, they're going to smoke from those tyres. He's gone. No, he hasn't. There's a 380 in front of him. Has he gone? No. Are you? Oh, you're joking. Oh, mate. Oh, man. Just at the point when the mic was playing up. What a crock of... Sorry, guys. Just because of the bloody mic, man. I needed reminding. He's going. You know, whatever. Right. if you're watching this back, JLFC, I do apologise, mate. Hopefully you're flying back on a Wednesday or a Sunday. Jennifer K-Line. Did I get high risk 761 gifted 20 channel memberships? I think I did, didn't I? Lining up for 27 left departures already. On the early side, looks like everything's dried up on the northern. Yeah, there we go. We'll take that. Pick up, yeah. Yeah. I was looking down at the microphone, wasn't I? Damn it. What does M mean on the transmitter? Does that mean mono? Because there's 2 bars on the receiver. Sorry, on the receiver. Like I say, folks, we'll be back at around about 5:30 this afternoon just to catch one arrival on the northern runway, which will be the Korean 747 in the new livery. That doesn't make any sense, mate, because both of the lines are moving. Can you just put it back? Yeah, can you just put it back onto analog, or whatever you call it, not embedded? That might be embedded somewhere else and not. It's showing that. Showing both mics bouncing, man. Power's good. All the power's good. The batteries are on full green. Just try it again. Check. Oh no, that's it. We're done. No, we're done with arrivals. Just do me a favour. Check and see if that's working. Aidan Campbell K907 ETA 1746. Yeah, we're going to start around about 5:30 this afternoon. Okay, there we go. I don't understand it. Yeah, that was. Yeah. Right, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to tune in this afternoon around about 5:30, where we'll be on the northern runway to catch the arrival of the Korean 747 in the new livery. I think they're rushing through these things, man. It must be a obviously I think the fact that it's got that all black
tail markings and Korean written the way it is. It's just less complex than it in terms of painting. It's far easier to do it that way. Anyway, folks, look after yourselves. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all your giftings. Thanks for all your super chat, and thanks for just everything. Your company is always a wonderful thing. Thanks, Jilly. Thanks to all the mods who've been in. Heathrow as well. Thanks. Good to see you, mate. And we will see you later. Cheers. Bye.